Good evening, good evening. It's another beautiful day. Little overcast here, but nevertheless, another beautiful day because we're alive. And, I trust that you are in your right mind. You got your good health. And, it's just all about continuing to better ourselves. It's all about continuing to build upon, a solid foundation for a better life. No matter where we are at in our lives, things could always be better. And I think that that's the purpose of life. And I wanted to make this video because I want to be a voice of truth for the industry. I want to be a part of that vibration that helps to establish a more solid, foundation for understanding. Because unfortunately, we're living in a time and in a world where a lot of people, have been taken advantage of. And that creates fear, a lack of trust, right? Doubts. It causes people to live within inside of an isolation. But even if you've read the 48 Laws of Power, whether you have or you haven't, you can always look it up. One of the laws was isolation. And every principle has its own pros and it has its cons. And one of the cons that really stood out to me when I read that book, probably back in like 2004, between 2003 and 2005, is if you cut yourself off for too long from the world, from people, from advancements, from information, that could cause your awareness of what's really happening to dwindle and to degenerate and to depreciate. And getting all the way to my point, there are different industries. There are different industries that help to make up the world, right? And every industry comes with its own share of positives and negatives. And what creates those positives and those negatives are the people that help to make up that industry, right? So the example that I want to utilize to get you to understand the industry of network marketing, right? Which is a global industry, right? And it's such a global industry where you have like 120 million plus people who have bought into network marketing globally. And that number increases every single year, right? But within inside of every industry, you have those who operate within inside of integrity, which are the businesses, the investors, even the consumers. Because business is a relationship. And the best business is built off of the truth, is built off of transparency. It's built off of a positive exchange of energy between people. You have the provider or the providers, and you have those who are on the receiving end. But I want to point your attention to the mechanic or the industry of the automotive industry, which is also a global industry. Now, when it comes down to the industry of automotives and vehicles and things like that, you might even include planes, airplanes, and boats, right? But let's just focus on the mechanics, right? Just because you have certain customers who need their cars or their vehicles or their crafts fixed or worked on, that may not have a basic knowledge base, or a knowledge base that's of a basic definition that will allow them to know where to take their cars or where to take their crafts to get fixed on. And within inside of any industry, you're gonna have mechanics that operate out of integrity, that you can use checks and balances. They're a part of something that's bigger than them. It might not be private owned, but it's something about how they operate and the history of how they've been operating and servicing their customers is what they've built, or what they choose to build, or what they have built their reputations off of. So that allows new people to know that when they take their vehicles to this particular establishment, that they're going to get upstanding service, that their vehicle is going to be serviced, is going to be fixed, they're going to get the logistics, they're going to get what they pay for. And if there's a problem, they have all of the systems in place wherein you can hold that particular establishment accountable, whether it be private or commercial. But let's just say, back to my original point, you have customers who may have gotten ripped off by, mechanics that were not operating out of a core center of principles and standards or integrity. I want you to really ask yourself, is that a reflection of the entire global industry of automotives, or does that reflect all mechanics? I would answer no. Because just because you take your car to this mechanic that rips you off because you probably didn't know about the alternator, or you didn't have any history on, how they've been, ripping other customers off, or, every time you take your car to this particular mechanic, it's like there's always a new problem that arises because of your lack of knowledge, or a person's lack of knowledge of vehicles on a most fundamental level. It places, the customer in a position to get ripped off by somebody that, is operating an establishment or a business by way of, unsavory principles. That's very unfortunate. But it doesn't reflect the entire industry, the global industry of automotives and mechanics. That's the foundational point that I want to make right there. It's no different than marketing or network marketing. And I know that it's been demonized, money level marketing, but there is no business that ever has survived without marketing. Marketing is just a professional name for educating the consumer base. Because if businesses did not invest in logos, websites, brochures, commercials, advertisements, billboards, you get the picture, then there would be absolutely no way for the consumer to know, right, that the company, first of all, that it exists or what it has to offer. And then now, when you see money level marketing, that just basically means that the company is not only compensating or paying those who are marketing with or for them directly on one level, or on one transaction, or for one transaction. What it means is that if you have one distributor that is educating the public while also utilizing the products and services of the company, from a consumer level, not only is the company going to pay or compensate or reward their distributors or marketers, right, for a one-time transaction, is basically saying that individual distributor has the ability to build a distribution network team, right? So that means that if you have 5 customers that shop through this one distributor, and they decide that they would like to also earn and take advantage of the prosperity plan that's being paid out by the company to its consumer membership, which is actually its marketing force and distribution force or network, they're going to also compensate each and every distributor not only for what each individual does, they're going to also compensate each individual distributor for what the entire network does, in regards to if they help to point one person in the direction of the company that's providing the products and services, that customer may very well decide that they would like to be a distributor as well. Because what do customers do? Customers that are satisfied are going to tell other people about their good experience. So in what the money level marketing model entails is that it's just saying that it's going to pay its distributors on more than one level, right, of compensation. Because you're going to get paid directly for what you do as an individual, right? But you're also going to get paid by what you have created in regards to the ripple effect of people that you've helped to educate to point in the right direction. And as they do the same thing, the companies are basically saying in the industry that, hey, you know what? If it wasn't for you, we would have never ever we probably would have never ever made contact, right? Or connected or been able to serve these particular people within inside of this particular market that we cater to. So we're going to not only compensate you for your own efforts, we're going to compensate you for everything that flows through your recommendation. We're going to make sure that we share those rewards and that success and those profits with you residually. So in the industry, right, just like before, businesses became franchises, a lot of people were new to franchises. And because something is new, the people were apprehensive. But now when you look at all of these other restaurants out here now that are commercial, franchises have, went global. It's the same thing with network marketing. Just because something is new to you, or just because somebody might have invested into a particular industry the wrong way, right? And what is the wrong way? Is similar, is the same exact thing as somebody that has a vehicle and they take their car. They have a need that they want to fulfill, which is to get their car fixed. But because they don't have enough basic information about their own vehicle, right, as an owner or as a consumer, they don't have the basic information to know what questions to ask or what to look for when they're shopping for a mechanic. So a mechanic that's operating within inside of the industry of a global automotive mechanic industry, right, can come under the disguise of integrity and take advantage of customers who don't know any better. It's the same thing with marketing, right? It's the same thing with network marketing, referral marketing, affiliate marketing, right? And the taboo that people have made taboo, MLM, money level marketing, right? But the industry is a robust industry. It's a global, robust industry that is said to now be, touching almost 300 billion, globally, like over 120 to 150 million people globally have bought into this industry because brick and mortar has rapidly become click and order. And I'm going to point out why, because sometimes you can see things happening and not know what's happening, but it's happening, right? Because things are not sitting still. How we shop, how we spend our money, these things are changing rapidly. So I've been online and I've been seeing people say, hey, Black Friday was a failure. There wasn't, that much, traffic out at the stores publicly. But hey, people, when you really look at the numbers, there was an 8% increase. An 8% increase, which they said like 9 billion or something like that. Close to $10 billion of consumer dollars were collected by companies all over, probably nationally, globally. So it's not that just because you didn't see the droves of people trying to, frantically, with anticipation, burst through the doors to go shopping, that doesn't mean that profits still were not made. And not only were profits made, they went up 8%. There was an 8% increase on consumerism for Black Friday. So what am I saying? It gives off the illusion, because you didn't see all of the people bursting through the doors, fighting over TVs, that nobody spent any money. But when you look at the numbers, they were using this, right? Or they were using their phones, their mouse on their laptops, or their phones, because now everything's digital. They don't have to, people don't have to leave the comforts of their homes anymore if they really don't want to. You can order a car, have a car sent to your door, your groceries, fast food. You got so many people now. You may see this now or later who are remoting in. You don't even have to really, leave the house, just to check into the corporation to do your job and to earn a salary. So it's the same thing with consumerism. And I'm making this video because I want to give you a healthy, informative, a correct information based, contrast with, if you come across people and say, oh, that's one of those things, right? Oh, well, that's that network marketing, that's a scam, right? And I want to get to that because that's what's in my caption. And I want to make sure that, that I keep it in good spirits with what I wrote in the caption. So let's deal with logics, right? Here it is. If you look through my archives, right, for the last 4 years, I set this page up. I wiped this page and totally recreated it just to offer you information globally, the public globally, right? Wherever you may be, wherein I'm doing my part, right? And mind you, I'm not an employee, right? This is just the passion that I have for health and wellness, and finding something finding me that's this special, right? I mean, it's just something that you got to share. But getting to the point, you hear people say, oh, well, it's a scam, it's snake oil, it's this, that, okay? Well, it's easy to make claims, right? But just like in a court of law, right, we have the right to do what? We have a right to, be confronted or to be in the presence of our accusers. And the reason why I want to make this is because you got some really good people out there. Whether you have come across my page or other distributors, Zoom Worldwide distributors or not, you may come across it, in the future. That's the beauty of the internet. These are all footprints that are going to be here speaking to you, after we probably moved on, to other things, what have you. Not saying that I'm going to stop doing this, but I'm saying this video will be up, continuously speaking to you. But if Zuma Worldwide, let's deal with Zuma Worldwide as an entity, as a legitimate business. Zuma Worldwide in itself is a company that provides health solutions, health products, supplementation, right? You over 30 plus products. This is a real company that has an A plus with the Better Business Bureau. Okay, it's debt free, right? I myself and countless amounts of other people have gotten on airplanes or who are locally in Hampton, Virginia, who have driven their cars to the global headquarters. We've met from the CEO down, right? CFO, all the way down to every administrator, accountant, warehouse, right? Customer service. I mean, the whole operation. So this is a company that's been in that particular location, right? For a little over 20 years, and as an actual company globally, right? 30 like 29, 30 years. Okay, so, and then not only with that, it's right next to, all of the other alphabet. I mean, the community is basically all of the alphabet agencies that you want to think of. It sits right in the heart of it all. So wouldn't you think that, after 2+ decades, right, that if Zuma Worldwide as a company that I myself and tens of thousands of people, get our products from that we use every day, right? Use the logics, right, that you have to say, well, would they still be in business? Real website, real products, real company, it's just a reality. How a business or a company chooses to market their products or to inform or to educate the consumer base or the consumer market globally, every company has options, people, right? But this is my thing, right? You're not under a contract. You're not obligated to take advantage of what is called or considered to be the prosperity plan. Costco, BJ's, Sam's, your local mall, your favorite, you as a customer, you don't have to buy stocks in a Walmart or Whole Foods, but you could, right? But you're not obligated to make that move. But that doesn't stop you from going to Walmart and spending your money how you want to spend your money. And when you go inside a Walmart or you go inside a Whole Foods or you go inside of any store that you probably love to go to, right? You're as long as you're treated like a human being and you're respected, right? And you get quality service and you're able to actually find the products or the goods and services that you're looking for, that you voluntarily enter into their domain in order to make a purchase, as long as that transaction takes place, right, in a professional manner, and you're satisfied with what you got for your money, it probably never happens that you stop in the parking lot to say, hey, I wonder if this is one of those things. I wonder is Walmart, is that a scam? You just, it's not. It's because it has legitimate transactions that are being made every day, right? You don't stop to question how they're marketing, because you're not doing the business. So what am I getting at? If you're not into marketing, if you don't want to take advantage of the perks of a company, if you don't want to promote the products that you purchase from a company, there's nobody that's going to get upset with you about that. I have plenty of people right here on my Facebook page that within the last the last 4 years, right, plus, that have made purchases through my websites. that have shopped with Zuma Worldwide, that have successfully time and time again handled their credit card information, their debit card information, right? And they've gotten their real products, right? Some have spoken with the real customer service representatives, and it was a clean transaction. And not only have they shopped one time, they've shopped again and again and again. And I'm sure that those that see this, they may very well even, vouch for me what I'm saying. They're not obligated to do so, but the truth is so transparent to the point that it doesn't have to hide, right? Because the truth is not the lie. The truth is the truth. So it can stand on what it's saying to you and what it's presenting to you through and through 100%. So if it was a scam, right? Let's get back to logics. You got my real name. You got my real telephone number, my real email at the top of my website. All you got to do is click my website. You see my phone number and my email. It's so many checks and balances of legitimacy that you're being provided with to dispel the notion that this is something that's illicit. It's something that, it's gonna, you're gonna suffer some kind of damage. I'm here to seek to try to eradicate all doubts and all fears. Now, if you choose not to shop with the company, or you don't like the products, or you haven't given the products or the information an opportunity to speak to your core essence so that you can actually see the value, or you just don't want it, you're happy where you're at, that's a totally different story, right? Because you have the right as a consumer, and to spend your money where you want to spend your money. But let's not utilize falsehoods or what you might have heard from somebody else who might have gave network marketing a try and probably failed, because first and foremost, it's a real business. You got to be your own CEO. You're a 1099. When you go to a job, the network, the game plan, the strategy, the tools, the equipment, the itinerary, the schedule, the consumer base, everything is already built for you. All you're doing is getting paid by an hourly, on an hourly basis in order to carry out a particular function within inside of an organization that has already been built. Is network marketing for everybody? I would have to say no, but I think that applies to every industry. Being a mechanic, being a welder, everything has its own lane. Everybody has a lane, right? But just because you don't understand how a particular lane works, or because somebody else might have had a negative experience because they probably bought into a company that was not an upstanding company, no different than somebody taking their car to a trick mechanic that's not an upstanding mechanic. That in no shape, form, or fashion discredits the whole industry of network marketing, just no different than somebody getting ripped off by, some, a low integrity individual, a scoundrel, right, that ripped them off or created more problems within inside of their engine than what was actually in existence prior to them taking the car, because why? They didn't have the information to know how to choose a better mechanic. It's the same thing with people coming into the network marketing industry. It's the same thing with people that's getting into cryptocurrency and blockchain. It's the same thing with people who are seeking to invest and to get their feet wet for the first time with real estate. Business is business. So the beautiful thing about Zuma Worldwide is that it's a foundational company. They pay on time. They got an A+ with the Better Business Bureau, right? And it's just, all of the checks and balances are there for legitimacy. And they're, instead of them taking exorbitant amounts of their global profits and paying commercials or paying celebrities or just pretty much, having to take vast amounts of their monies to give away, wherein if you had to go to the store and pay a third party or a middleman that's going to step the prices up and cut you out of the way from being able to deal directly with the supplier, wherein you could get it for the low ball, then there would be no opportunity for the consumer base of Zuma Worldwide to share in 50% of the global profits that they're actually realistically putting within inside of the prosperity plan or the consumer base distribution pool. So what does that mean? That means that anytime this company hits momentum, right, those of us who have, put ourselves in position, who, not only are enjoying the products, but also see the bigger picture, right? No different than people that saw Google's bigger picture, Amazon's bigger picture, Facebook before it became Meta, bigger picture. Years ago, there are always people that position themselves earlier on in the game with credible companies that haven't hit momentum yet, that position themselves, and then a vast majority of investors might not hear about it until it's already done went through the roof or past the moon, okay? So, but, everything, once again, is not for everybody. So you don't have to do what you see me doing in order to fix your water. You don't have to do what you see me doing in order to invest in your own Cardiozyme or to try out the Focus Up, right? Or to try out any one of the 30 plus products on the inventory. Because once again, you're not bound by a contract. I have customers that are on auto ship. I have customers that might shop once every 3 to 4 months, because people tend to interact with products differently. Some people are spot users. Some people may see the products and say, oh, I've already got some, so they don't think that they need to buy it anymore. But the thing about with natural health, when you're using supplements, they can only help you when you use them. But what I'm saying is, it's still your prerogative because it's your money. But you're not obligated to tell somebody about it. You're not obligated to attach your social security number or your LLC to your account. You're not obligated to save money by investing in a cashback package and getting, a membership with Zuma Worldwide. I have people, who choose to shop retail and pay full price. Why? Because they want to try the product out. And after they've tried the product out for 2 to 3 months, and they actually see that it works for themselves, and they say, hey, you know what? I think that I want to keep doing this. So, because I want the people to save money, I'm going to tell them, hey, well, look, you've been shopping for like 2 or 3 months. You love the X2O. You love the, whatever it is that they love. Why keep paying the full price when you can get it, at a discount price by simply getting a membership package of your choice? And then for the rest of your life, now, you're locking into, and when I say locking in, I'm not saying contract, because I know how word sensitive people can be. But what I'm saying, you're opening up the doors for you to be able to save money moving forward indefinitely. It's the difference between you paying $65 or $64.99 for a box of Cardiozyme and you paying $50. That's the only deal. So what am I saying? Hey, listen, let's use logics. If it were a scam, if it were illegal, ask yourself, would I be up here showing you my face, giving you my phone number, giving you my email? You can also call customer service Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. through 5 p.m. And practically the whole staff from the CEO down. I mean, if you say, hey, is Tamar Brown, if you want to verify me, like Facebook or Twitter, you got verified accounts that had to give, certain personal information in order for you to get like a blue check or what have you, for, you know, so that you'll know that you're dealing with a real person. You can run this, you know, basically the same security check on me and weigh the reality up against the reality, right? Based based off of what I'm telling you. And they're going to say, well, yes, you know, he's a national manager, you know, and, you know, he has a membership cashback account with us, you know, so I can be verified through the company. The company validates and verifies itself in all of the legalities. And that's what I wanted to share with you, right? I think that it was worth the time. I want to have this on my page. And it may very well help some other people on the team throughout the networks who probably, you know, encounter this. Don't let that deter you. You know, in every industry, throughout any pursuit to change your lives for the better, it can be working out, losing weight, or what have you. You're going to always have naysayers. My advice is to keep pressing forward. And we have the power to make videos like this. We have the power to speak truth into existence, you know. We can project our own narrative and then let the people choose. But I am a firm believer and knower that logics and truth are going to always outweigh hearsay, falsehoods, and, you know, contradictions, because there's no contradiction in the truth. It either it is or it isn't. And Zuma Worldwide has a track record of its own in regards to a testimonial site, a board of advisory of real naturopathic, you know, from chiropractors. I mean, you name it. You know, so the checks and balances are there. Click the link, you know, my website, my personal website link inside of my caption. And instead of just browsing through it, really take at least 10 to 15 minutes and click the buttons, right? You know, nothing's going to happen. And really, you know, approach it with an open mind, and you'll see for yourself the legitimacy, right? And there's just a couple of other contrasting things that I want to put on this video before I go, right? Just to re-solidify why you should not allow other people's bad experiences due to their lack of knowledge or their lack of due diligence in the past, because of failure to approach something the right way or to gain the right information so that they can make healthier and safer choices in the industry. Cash App and your local banking institutions, right? How many times you've either had it happen to you, or you know somebody that it has happened to, wherein your bank accounts and your cash apps, or your, you know, however which way you hold your money, right, have been tapped into by mysterious people, right? You don't allow that to stop you from banking. You don't allow the fact that you know that somebody's cash app, you know, they might have got hacked or whatever. You're still using Cash App. You're still going to use PayPal. You're still going to keep getting direct deposits to your banking institution, regardless of the fact that it's public knowledge that these institutions get hacked every day. What am I saying? Have confidence in the process, right? Zuma Worldwide is not a banking institution. It's a health product supplementation company. And you see, it's not network marketing as an industry. Network marketing as an industry is the choice that companies that are legitimate have the option of utilizing their consumer bases in order to spread their good word, right? So just because somebody had a bad network marketing experience with a company that most likely in the past was not legitimate, could not stand on its own, could not stand on its word, only stayed open for 6 months to probably a year, if that, or 3 years, and then shut it down and people lost money or what have you. That's the importance of investing yourself into a foundational company like Zuma Worldwide that's 30 years old, right? An A+ with the Better Business Bureau. So I'm just giving you receipts that you can check for yourself to see the accuracy of what I'm telling you. And for those of you who are looking to make yourself some extra cash, you want to establish yourself a long-term residual based income, network marketing is something that you want to learn. We have all of the systems, all of the tools, training every morning. Do you have to go? No, you don't have to. That's the beauty of being an entrepreneur. You're going to get what you put in consistently is what you're going to get out. Your business is your responsibility. And it's a reflection of where you're at right now within inside of your own growth, within inside of your own results. And if you're not getting the results that you want, if you're not where you want to be, this applies to everything, every aspect of our lives. Don't run from it, right? If it's obtainable, and this is obtainable, right? Why? Because there are people that are doing it, that I see and I have contact and conversations with every day to every week to every month throughout the years, right? So what am I saying? Don't run from your dream. If this is something that does fit you, you have two options. You can just be a customer and enjoy the phenomenal product, inventory with products that work, that can help to benefit you and your family on your cellular levels, your biological levels. Or you can do that, right? And you can learn how to establish yourself an extra income. You might just want to earn another $100 a week. I'm not going to throw big numbers at you. What I'm saying emphatically is that what Zuma Worldwide has, right, that's etched within inside of their definitions, it's an open field for you as an individual, as teams, as families, as communities, as organizations, you name it, to have it your way. There's no cap on what you can do. So it's not about the company. It's not about network marketing that is being utilized by the company in order to educate the public through people like me and others globally about what they have to offer you as a customer. It really comes down to this question right here. Are you really ready for the truth? Or are you going to keep listening to all the lies, to utilize the lies and the myths and the falsehoods in order to hide behind, to utilize that as an excuse not to take action when it comes down to being a better you? See, this is the ultimate challenge, because it's no longer, well, the products don't work. It's no longer, the company doesn't pay on time. The company doesn't ship on time. Oh, the company ripped me off. Or no. When the truth walks through the door, there is nothing else to do but to either embrace it for what it is, accept the challenge of what? Self-improvement. You have problems with your health. You have problems and things that you've been talking about all along, about what you want to do, how you want to do it, what you need to do. It's not Zuma Worldwide's fault or network marketing as a global legitimate industry, right? According to the FTC, right? That had to rule it as a legitimacy when companies have real products that are being purchased and used by its consumer base. You can look into this. As a matter of fact, I'm going to provide you with the ability to look into this. I'm going to drop some information in the comments, right, for you to look into this if you want to do a more in-depth study on the legitimacy of network marketing as a global industry. But it really comes down to, are you really ready to be a better you? Are you really ready to do the things that you can do every day by simply redirecting your resources away from the companies that are commercially and publicly in the public domain selling you things, right, consciously in a lot of cases, that are hurting you, that are actually the reason why you have heart disease. That they're selling you things in the public domain, which is the reason why you have blood sugar issues. The reason why you have free radicals in your body through the overconsumption, daily overconsumption of carcinogens that are causing the cancer numbers to go through the roof. You see? So when the truth walks through the door, you can't bypass glyphosate and GMO, aka Monsanto, Pepsi, Cola. You can't bypass all of the lies and the problems that you've been openly embracing and investing in and supporting, and then call the truth the lie. See, that's logics right there. You see? Logics versus the real scam. You want to know what the real scam is? All you got to do in a lot of cases is just go inside of your kitchen right now and open up your refrigerator and your cabinets and your medicine cabinet. And I'll leave it like that. Because if you've bought into the commercial rhetoric and propaganda, if you're still a consumer that's following brands and labels and what you see on TV, then yeah, you've already gotten caught up in the reverse principle, wherein you're embracing the lie for the truth. But when the truth comes, you reject it and you say that it's a scam and that it's a lie and that it's snake oil. It's just something to think about, right? If you were to turn that around, and when they seek to give you these prescriptions and you walk inside of your grocery store and you begin to turn your boxes around and your labels, when you go to these so-called commercial health outlets where you're getting your vitamins and your minerals from commercially out in the public domain, remember, the most expensive vitamin that you're going to purchase is the vitamin that doesn't work. There are different types of calcium, and our bodies cannot absorb the majority of the calciums that they're selling to people out in the public domain because it's not conducive with our biology. Unlike that of X2O, which is plant-based ancient minerals, that is completely conducive when it comes down to the minerals within inside of its natural composition, and which is why it's able to be absorbed by our bodies, on a cellular level maximally. So I'm giving you information so that way you can see the dirty glass next to the clean glass. Because in most cases you've been trained and conditioned to say that the dirty glass is clean because it has a pretty box, so it has a pretty appearance. But what's in it? Are you asking these companies what's in it? Does it work? Right? Are you taking the time out to say, hey, you know what? I need to do my research on that ketchup. I need to do my research. Why aren't you researching the lies? Could it be that you really may not want the truth? See, the truth is for those who really desire it, not for those who fear it or hate it. So we're not here to convince you of anything. We're here to give you information. What you do with the information is up to you. But what we're not going to do, we're not going to be silent in the face of the truth being rendered and reduced into being lies and deceptions, while the lies and deceptions actually get a pass and are being considered to be the truth. But they're the very things that are destroying countless amounts of people globally. And it's time for us to rewrite that narrative. My name is Tamon Brown. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Share it with somebody that you think may need this information. If you would like to invest or try to, the products out for yourself as a customer, if you need help, I have a video helping you to navigate through my website that's pinned to my personal Facebook page right here. But if you need to get with me, I'm always open and available You can always get with me in my direct message. You can email me, give me a call or text. Whatever is comfortable or suitable for you, I'm willing to meet you right there in order to help you to be a better you in the ways that you see fit. And with that, health is wealth. Take care of yourselves. And I don't know if I'll make another video this year, this live like this year. I don't know, so I won't speak on it. But in case I don't, let's go into 2024 with a different mindset. And with that, health is wealth. Let's keep changing the health of a generation. And to that, let me take me a sip. Don't drink no water without it. Hey, take care of yourselves. It's been great. All right.